Let's talk about a mystery that most homeowners face after they've spent thousands on a generator. The power's on, but the AC is off, and nobody knows why. The culprit? A little box called a Smart Management Module. It performs a delicate balancing act like a circus performer without an audience. You've probably never heard of it, but it plays a crucial behind-the-scenes role in keeping your backup power system stable when things get chaotic. Your generator is built to protect your home, but it can only do so much. If too many appliances kick on at once, it can choke under the load, and that's where load shedding comes in. It's a smart, automatic system that protects your generator and your appliances from damage. Load shedding sounds fancy, but it's pretty simple. When your generator senses that voltage or frequency is dropping, usually because it's trying to power too much at once, it temporarily shuts off the biggest electric loads. Think air conditioners, electric water heaters, and pool equipment. It's all about protecting the generator. Smart Management Modules, or SMMs, are the power bouncers. They monitor specific circuits and step in when needed. If an electric appliance pulls too much power, like your AC or your water heater, an SMM manages it. But if that same appliance runs on gas, no module needed. Simpler setup, less load. Smart Management Modules aren't built into the generator. They're installed separately, usually near your breaker panel, and wired to manage key circuits like HVAC systems, EV chargers, or well pumps. When the generator struggles, these modules step in to shed loads and help restore balance without causing a full system crash. Some Generac transfer switches come with built-in AC load control called Smart AC Module, or SACM. But in real-world installs, running thermostat wire to each air handler isn't always practical. It can be so labor-intensive that using separate smart module at each panel is actually more cost-effective once labor is factored in. So what does overloaded actually mean? Picture your generator like an economy car towing a boat uphill. If the load's too heavy, it slows down, RPMs drop, and it struggles. Same thing here. When frequency dips below a safe threshold, the system says that's too much and it starts shedding loads to keep running. SMMs are watching voltage and frequency like hawks. If either drops too low, even for a fraction of a second, the lowest priority loads are cut. Once things stabilize, the modules slowly bring loads back online, one at a time in priority order, and this prevents the generator from getting slammed all over again too soon. Power flows unless the module tells it to stop. If the generator starts to struggle, the SMM energizes a coil to open the contactor and cut the load. But if that mechanism fails, you might lose the load or overload the generator depending on what revision or generation of SMM you have. SMMs have gone through several redesigns since they replaced the older digital load modules, or DLMs, back in the late 2000s. The early DLMs worked with the Nexus controllers. Around 2013, SMMs became the standard with the Evolution systems, and today they're sometimes referred to as energy managers, but the core function remains the same. And if the SMM connected to your well pump fails, you could lose water access even if utility power comes back. That's why upsizing your generator matters. One step up in kW might eliminate the need for an SMM on your well, giving you a direct, reliable connection with no chance of shedding. If your budget allows it, go bigger on the generator, seriously. The fewer SMMs you need, the more seamless your system runs. Plus, it reduces clutter, wiring, and risk. Oversizing means fewer interruptions, less chance of failure, and more peace of mind when your family needs backup power to actually work. Fun fact, some typically power-hungry appliances don't need SMMs at all if they're gas-powered. Cooktops, ovens, water heaters, even pool heaters fueled by LP or natural gas don't draw from the generator, and that means fewer circuits to manage and more breathing room for electric-only essentials when the generator kicks on. Let's say your AC or electric water heater doesn't come back on after the storm. It might not be a problem with the appliance, it could be the Smart Management Module itself. Even with utility power restored, a stuck or faulty module can still block power to the circuit, and that's what makes troubleshooting so tricky. In an emergency, your HVAC tech might be able to bypass a failed SMM at the appliance using a Polaris-style connection, or the latest SMMs simply unplugging power to the contactor. That could get your AC running again, but it defeats the safety mechanism, and you'll still need your generator tech to come out and replace the module properly. Most homeowners won't think to call their generator guy when their AC goes out, so they call HVAC first, then find out it's an SMM issue. That turns into 2 service calls, 2 bills, and 1 hot, frustrating day. The smarter option, check into potential preventative upgrade before failure ever hits. Load calculations are how we figure out how much electricity your home actually uses, especially under load. It's the foundation for sizing your generator properly. If the incorrect generator is selected, you risk overloads, shutdowns, or needing more smart management modules than you'd like. Opting for a larger generator reduces that risk if your budget allows. Generators are rated at their best case scenario, usually on propane at sea level, but most homes run them on natural gas, which in many cases reduces output. For example, a 26 kW generator drops to 22.5 kW on natural gas, about 15 amps of power lost. That difference matters, especially when it's crunch time. SMMs aren't just on-off switches. Each one has a dial that lets us rank your circuits. Priority 1 loads come on first after a shed event, and then priority 2 and so on. Installers set these based on generator size, load calculations, experience, and your preferences. This is to ensure critical systems come back online before the luxuries. Let's be honest, SMMs aren't pretty. If your breaker panel is visible, think laundry room or hallway, you may not love the look of an extra 5 modules stuck to the wall. This is another reason why a properly sized generator matters. Fewer modules, cleaner installs, and less visual clutter around the heart of your home's power. Generac isn't the only name in load shedding. PSP makes standalone modules that function similarly to Generac smart management modules, and they can be a great option when amperage needs or layout challenges call for more flexibility. Just make sure that any third-party gear is properly rated, installed, and programmed by someone who knows the system. Smart load shedding isn't plug and play. It takes coordination, especially if you're using third-party modules or mixing control types. Everything from generator size to fuel source to breaker panel layout and programming plays a role, and that's why good design up front prevents chaos and finger pointing when things go wrong. Each SMM has LEDs that gives you clues. Blinking could mean it's shedding, solid means it's powered, off could mean trouble. It's a small detail, but knowing what those lights mean can help you explain symptoms to your tech and maybe avoid an unnecessary trip charge. I've linked helpful reference info in the description below. This isn't just about gadgets and blinking lights. If a smart management module fails, the connected appliance is down, period. No hot water, no HVAC, and maybe no well pump. And it doesn't matter whether you're on generator or utility power. When that happens, life gets inconvenient fast. Generac's new HVAC Energy Manager is a smarter, dedicated solution for managing air conditioning loads using thermostat wires, similar to the older SACM, but with modern refinements. It's designed to integrate better with today's systems and could reduce the need for traditional smart modules. We'll break it down in a future video. All right, final word on SMMs. We install these because they're essential, often code required for managing power and protecting your generator. Like any gadgets, they can fail, but knowing what they do helps you recognize proper operation, spot issues early, and avoid unnecessary service calls. That knowledge gives you confidence and keeps your system running right. Thanks for spending time with me. It is always great to have you here. And remember, when in doubt, get it checked out. Stay curious, stay prepared, and we'll keep you powered no matter what. I'll see you in the next one.